So one viewer asked, just what can you do about the incredible prices in Forza Motorsport 7, because some of the cars are incredibly expensive. Now this gave me a challenge idea. Just how much value for your money can you get? There is one feature in Forza Motorsport 7 which does help you a lot with this idea. So what you're seeing now is a Mitsubishi Evo 8, the Mitsubishi Evo 8, which costs 40,000 credits. It's in B class 525. It has 285 horsepower, 304 torque, weighs 3,000 pounds, and it is all-wheel drive. Now this was a car I bought from the auction house, and this would set, not from the auction house, from the auto show. This would set our buying limit for using the auction house. Let's see just what auction house bargains we can get. Now, we are taking them all around the Top Gear test track just so it's an even playing field. They're all going around the same place. They're all going to be tested against the same, system. And I'm happy to report that this is actually the slowest car we took round here. And we're coming up to the penultimate corner in a minute, which come through the follow through. Coming through the penultimate corner now, and obviously this Evo is a very, very good value for money car. I say myself, I'm much more of a Subi fan, but the Evo's pretty cool. Got a good amount of horsepower, good class, good torque, and it's all-wheel drive. And it crossed the line at a 131,859. Now, like I said, we have a 40,000 credit field of kind of what cars you can purchase from the auction house, and I recorded this a couple of days ago, recorded all the parts, so I'm just coming to edit it together now. So you might find better deals than what I did on the auction house, but there is definitely some obviously some good bargains, some obviously good cars, but also you can get the really bad bargains, and some cars, like I said, will cost way over 40,000 credits, but we're here for the 40,000 credit limit only. As we come through the hammerhead now for the second time, like I said, this thing was actually upgraded to the homologation series just so we could compare it against, because we're obviously going to get upgraded cars which are going to have much more power, much more grip, much more torque. Also, this is on stock tyres, I'm pretty sure, so that doesn't help the fact of kind of grip and stuff like that. But we're coming up to the penultimate corner once more, and we're getting slowed down. Brakes pretty decent. Got a bit wide, but we're all-wheel drive, so it's fine. And now through Gambon, and yeah, there we go, across the line. And the next slowest car we took was a Nissan Silvia Club K's. This also cost around 40,000 credits. Well, it did cost 40,000 credits, but this is in S729 class, and that is like 2 whole classes above the Mitsubishi Evo. And the reason it is the slowest car here is because of this feature. You'll see now we're coming round through one of these corners. I cannot remember this Top Gear track that well. I've not watched it in a while, but you can see it does like to spin its wheels up. This car has 664 horsepower, 553 torque, weighs 2,200 pounds, and is rear-wheel drive. And you'll definitely see now coming through the hammerhead. Look what it's doing. It just does not have grip, and there's a reason for that probably. But if you keep having a look at the car, you'll see that the rear wheels are cambered negatively. Obviously, the front wheels are also cambered negatively. So I could only assume that this car is a purpose-built drift car, and obviously, which, is not going to be very good for lapping, but it is got an awful lot of power, and when you can use it, it is pretty damn fast. Hard on the brakes into the penultimate corner once more, and through Gambon, wheel spinning all the way down that last straight. Going a bit wide, but that's fine, we can keep it on the track just, and we have finished the lap with a 1:27.472. Now, like I said, this car is probably purpose-built as a drift car. Now, as you can see, it is pretty easy to drift, I will be completely honest, but what you've got to remember is we got that stock Evo for 40,000 credits, which was fast, don't get me wrong, but we now have a purpose-built, fully built drift car, which is very easy to slide around, except from the fact you do see me, yeah, do that. It is purpose-built drift car. It looks incredible, it sounds incredible, it drives great, and we got it for the same price as the Mitsubishi Evo. That's crazy, and this is definitely an auction house bargain. Which obviously the name of this video, which is awesome. Coming through, I do not remember these corner names. Coming through the last bit of the hammerhead. Yeah, I should have really looked at them before I started this video. But yeah, it is, as you can see, I'm sliding it around, pretty easy to keep control of. We are going very wide though, coming up to the follow through. We would be following through right about now if we're being honest. And now we've got a massive amount of speed through here, but we're sideways and smiling, as the drifters like to say. And again, penultimate corner, drifting it on through, keeping the angle, keeping the slide in there, keeping it on the track like the Evo, and now through Gambon, and on to our next vehicle, which is, as you can see, an AMC Pacer X, which costs 40,000 credits once more, and this is only A700. Now this is a lower class than the Sylvia we just took round, but this has 657 horsepower, 645 torque, weighing 3,300 pounds, and it is rear-wheel drive. But the different thing about this is it also has race tyres, and that shows incredibly on this circuit compared to some of the other cars we've taken around up to now. Well, just the Sylvia we've taken around. This has a lot of great. We're coming through Hammerhead now, and there is obviously sliding wheel spins, stuff like that, but it's very easy to control. And when I found that, I was like, oh, it's just going to be stupid, it's going to have a lot of horsepower, it's not going to be able to drive very well, but it's going to do pretty well probably. Going through follow through, and this thing could get some serious speed going. We actually shook the camera and got it sliding on our hot lap and went off the road, and it is so fast on Sylvia, because this is going from the slowest to the fastest, so just so you guys know. And coming through penultimate corner, now through Gambon sideways, and the AMC Pacer of A700 got a lap time of a 1:24.244, and we are currently, you know, 7 seconds ahead of that Evo, which is 7 seconds for the same price is a genuine bargain. Now this thing is obviously incredibly fast, it's got race tyres, it is incredibly easy to drive. Obviously if you're a moron with a throttle, you will get it sideways and spin its wheels up like now. But it's got a great big V8 in there, and you know, for 40,000 credits you cannot really fault this car. Because the way I did this was I just bought out the auction. The max buyout had to be 40,000 credits because I wasn't waiting around for the cars to be bought for me. I was just using the buyouts, which meant that really it could have been bought for a lot less. I think when I was buying this thing, the auction was only around 4,000 credits, and I was like, how are you selling this for 4,000 credits? Like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy it out. I have like an hour if I want to, like, pay even less for it, but nah, I'm not waiting for that. And again, we are very backwards. Good job you cannot see this on there. You're just seeing the front facing camera at the minute. And we go around again because it does have a lot of horsepower, so it is very easy to get sliding about if you are an absolute moron with a throttle, and good on the brakes. Again, through the corner and round Gambon, and you know, across the line onto our next vehicle, which is our only front wheel drive vehicle. It's an Acura Integra, which is again 40,000 credits. Which class it is in is A678. This car has only 314 horsepower, has 209 torque, 2,200 pounds, obviously front wheel drive as you can see, and it also has race tyres, which means this car is incredible to drive. Now there is obviously issues, we'll get into that in a bit, but now we're coming through, I cannot wrap my brain around what corner name that one is. It's like the fourth corner anyway, so it don't really matter. We're coming up, getting some decent acceleration on this thing. Good on the brakes, because obviously the grip from the race tyres is incredible. Through Hammerhead, no problem. We are spinning up the wheels. I imagine the guy hasn't upgraded the diff, because we are still, the woman who I bought this car from, 40,000 credits, hasn't upgraded the diff, because we are doing massive one tyre fires. But now we're coming up through the follow through, no, full throttle obviously. And now through the follow through, we shook the camera, we was that close and going that fast. Kept it on the track this time and let the AMC Pacer coming up, still accelerating hard on the brakes, coming through the second to last corner, keeping it all neat on the track, spinning the one wheel up still, coming through Gambon, fast out the corner. You can see it's just spinning that inside wheel up, but that got a lap time of a 1:23.157, which is fast. Like I said, the issue with this car is, though, it is front wheel drive, so 314 horsepower going through the front tyres. I don't know how wide the front tyres were. I know it's on race tyres, so it could cope with the wheel spin a lot, but asking the front wheels to do steering and power is just not a good mix. As you can see there, I tried getting on the power a bit earlier and it just kind of understeered straight off the track. Now obviously this is still better than the Evo, you just have to really get used to driving it, and the way I did this was I bought the car and literally just went on to do 2 laps of the Top Gear test track. I didn't have any practice with it, so I had to get used to the cars very, very quickly. And this one was like the first car I found, so I didn't know what to expect from the vehicles. And now we're still going through the full throttle. I'm pretty sure we don't keep full throttle. I don't have my audio on, so I can't tell you if we're on full throttle or not. You guys will be able to know. And then obviously through the follow through again. And yeah, this car is good though. It is very much a bargain for 40,000 credits. You do get a lot of power, a lot of a lot of performance for the money you pay for it. It's much better than the Evo, as you know. We got a higher, a faster lap time and for the same price. Now our next vehicle is by far the craziest car we found. This is a BMW 323 Ti Sport. It is in R-Class 817 and we got this absolute banger of a vehicle for a bargain of 21,000 credits. This costs half the price of the Evo basically, and it has 1,005 horsepower. It has 834 torque, weighing 2,600 pounds, and on race tyres. But race tyres with 1,000 horsepower, and I'm pretty sure the tyre whips weren't upgraded. Yeah, you spin up the wheels like an absolute madman. Like, obviously I cannot change the upgrades on this thing, otherwise it obviously breaks and you go back to the stock car, but 21,000 credits we paid for this thing. We cannot keep a full throttle through this bit, but next bit we can through it's just sliding through the follow through. It just cannot keep power on it, just cannot do it. Through the second last corner, the brakes were absolutely balls because of how fast this thing was actually going. And now through through Gambon sideways as you usually would, with a lap time of a 1:21.695 as I throw it off the track because it is that hard to ride. It does honestly just spin and spin and spin its wheels up. Like, it's crazy. You do have to have a massive amount of throttle control. And it is a very good car. For 21,000 credits, you get a lot of power, and you get this ugly ass picture. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, this is isn't this corner named Chicago? I think so. I don't remember though. But we are understeering very, very wide because I like I said, I don't think the front or rear tyre whips are upgraded, so having that much power going that fast is not really good. But yeah, 21,000 credits and you get that performance, and the Evo costs 40,000 for a third of the performance you get in this thing, a third of the power. That is incredible statistics for this car. And you know, I wasn't expecting to get an R-Class car. I was just kind of looking for cars, and I came across this like, I need to have this in the video. And as you can see, it is ludicrous. It is good drift. I'm not sure if this thing was intended to be a drift car, or just a silly car build. As you guys know, we do the silly car build series, so that is definitely possible. And I don't think it has any camber on the rear. But I think the tyre rips might be great, it's just the car cannot cope with it. Also, the car is pretty ugly, I'm not gonna lie. So, you know, 21,000 credits though, it is pretty decent. And we're on to the final vehicle now. Yes, this is what you see, a Formula Mazda. It is an S-Class 714. It cost 27,000 credits. Now, I didn't have one of these vehicles, so obviously this was good for me, and they usually cost a lot. This has only 180 horsepower, it has 159 torque, but only weighs 1,200 pounds. It is rear-wheel drive and it comes standard with race tyres, so obviously this thing was going to fly around this circuit because it just has the grip, it doesn't spin its wheel up, it's not crazy, it's easy to control, it's easy to keep in check. Do go a bit wide though, getting on the power a bit too early because I was that confident with this car. And, you know, this car's great coming through, coming to the hammerhead now. Easy, very, very good on the brakes. And now going through hammerhead, you can just get on the power really early. Yeah, you do see it sliding. Every car's gonna get sliding if you're a ludicrous on the throttle. This is genuinely an incredible car, and it just kind of goes where you tell it to go. Coming through the follow through, we can keep it flat because we aren't going that fast. We can carry so much corner speed. So that is also awesome, should I say. And now coming through the second to last corner, keeping the grip, and you can see the whole car is the brakes glowing, everything's working in sync. Coming around Gambon now, and the lap time we got was a 1:23.51, and that is it for our auction house bargain video. Now, if you have enjoyed them, make sure you leave a like and subscribe for obviously more videos that can be like this. Now, the viewer that asked said, you know, cars can be really expensive in Forza Motorsport 7, and I completely agree, they can be really, really expensive, so you really ought to check out the auction house because you can get incredible bargains like you've seen in this video. But if you've liked them, make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more auction house bargain videos in the future. Comment down below what you think some of the cars that I got for this price should be really bought for. And comment down below if you want to see. I did crash because I was going that fast. Yeah, comment down below also what you want to, if you want to see more of these videos, and if so, set like a limit. Give us like a car, say like the BMW M6 something. I'll use that limit to try and find bargains for that price. Obviously we do have very specific things. We can't do like 146,000. It had to be like 150,000 or 140,000. But yeah, that's it from me. TMDC Hyper signing out.